I'm going to start this with a true confession. Some time ago, Mary Simon was attacked in the press for one of her first trips after she was GG, and they said the expenses on that trip were out of the world. And I said, you know, that's just because she's brand new, and the officials in Ottawa are spending far too much, and she'll learn. She didn't learn. Jay Goldberg is with the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, joins me right now, because there's some startling information about the fact that Mary Simon, the Governor General, has not learned to stay out of the claws of those people in Ottawa.
No, she took another trip to the Middle East, and
where did she go? Dubai?
Dubai. The cost was $218 per person for the food catering that was on the plane there, on her private entourage.
She had 45 friends on, I'm told.
Yeah, and this includes beef Wellington. This includes fancy salmon and peach crepes and all that kind of stuff. And I think a lot of Canadians who are paying a heck of a lot at the grocery store have a lot of questions in terms of how exactly we're getting value out of $218 a person funding this kind of catering for the Governor General.
That was for one meal.
Yeah.
The 218. So she went for a few days. That's a big bill. So, and I dare say that many people would say $218. If I had $218 to spend on groceries every week, I'd be in great shape.
Look, they would, and the cost of groceries for the average family is up $1,000 this year over last year, so that money would go a long way. And I think a lot of Canadians are asking, what is this trip getting us? It costed $1.3 million. What did Mary Simon come home with that was worth, for example, the salary of 16 nurses for an entire year?
That's a very good point. Well, I'm all for having a GG and having a representative of the Queen here, but I don't know why we would send that representative to Dubai. I mean, she wasn't in any high-stake diplomatic talks in Dubai. Is over there to say, okay, here I'm the GG, and have the visit. So there's a number of aspects to this. Let's just pare it down. One, what was she doing there? It was just a baloney visit. Two, she hasn't learned that the officials in Ottawa are going to spend as much as they can on their own gullets at the taxpayers' expense.
That's right, and look, you gave her a pass the first time, but I think it's definitely time that Governor General Simon recognize that she needs to recognize the reality that everyday Canadians are facing and reflect that in her traveling and in her spending on meals. So she's been in the job for a while now. It's time for accountability.
But maybe she's learning from our Prime Minister that because he's been talking about accountability ever since before he was elected 7 years ago, and it's still not there, it's still not transparent.
No, we've been waiting 7 years from accountability in that government. I hope she's not taking lessons from the Trudeau government when it comes to accountability, because we've had a heck of a lot of problems there as well.
Jay Goldberg, always good to hear from you. Bad news, but good to hear from you. 3 minutes. When someone comes up to me in the Buckhorn Hardware and says, "You're Stephen LeDrew," and I go, "Yeah." He says, "I watch you every day because I want to learn what's going wrong in this country. We're doing something right, because other people are not reporting things. If you agree, please subscribe and PayPal and enjoy."